One night, Lucy screams and I come jolting out of my sleep. It was 3 a.m. and we were staying at a hotel for my son Lion's birthday.
Amen.
No, I thought. My plans are ruined. You see, it was our last day in Oahu, and at 7 p.m. we fly back to our island, Kauai. It's only a 25-minute flight, you say? Sure, but it feels a lot longer when you haven't slept, you've been corralling toddlers all day in a big city, and now you're trying to keep 4 hyperactive kids from hijacking a plane. I had planned to wake up at 4 a.m., go to 7-Eleven, get coffee, watch sunrise, and make it back in time to wake up my kids and surprise them with microwavable Jimmy Dean's breakfast. But now I had lost a precious hour of sleep. As I rocked Lucy back to sleep, I thought, full sin, I'll just drink a bunch of caffeine today. Let's go. She passes out. I embark on my journey in a dark city that I know nothing about, except that they have muggings and thievery and coffee. Downstairs in the lobby, the valet was nowhere to be found. Maybe because it's 4 a.m.? So I walk, only to find out that 7-Eleven is 2 miles away. Oh well. And then I hear a blood-curdling scream outside. Now, I have screaming kids, so I'm used to hearing screams, but it was the loudness of the scream and what she was screaming that made my skin crawl. Blank you! I hate you! You ruined my blankety life! She wasn't on the phone. No one was near her physically, but emotionally, someone near her had hurt her. I felt her pain. She made me feel it. She made the whole city feel her pain. She was a young, blonde woman in her early 20s and was now walking very close to me, going the same direction as me, only separated by a 2-laned road. Still, I didn't want to scare her with my presence. After all, I'm a tall, dark man, and I would be scared to walk the streets at night at her age, in her mental state. So I thought, I'll rent a bike to create some distance between us and help me get to 7-Eleven a little bit quicker. I find a bike rental and I whip out my card, and it doesn't read. You see, the magnet strip had been worn down by the magnet on my wallet that holds my wallet to my iPhone. So I keep walking. A car pulls up behind her. She screams, "Do I look like I need a ride? Get the blank out of here." I find another bike rental, and by this time I had downloaded the app and paid for the bike, and now I had a code. But the first bike wouldn't accept my code, and the second bike wouldn't accept my code. Finally, the third bike works, and I get on for 15 seconds only to look up and see 7-Eleven. I rented this bike for nothing. I was in 7-Eleven for 2 minutes when she walked in, and it was at this moment that I decided to give her money. She seemed like she needed it until I see her buy drinks, snacks, candy, breakfast, and cigarettes as she smiled and talked with the cashier. What had happened to her? Like, what did someone do to her? Maybe she had moved here for a guy only to be thrown out by him. She reminded me of a cobra that I once read about in a story to my kids. A veterinarian named Gary worked at a zoo with a 3.5-foot cobra who had a scar on its eye. One cobra has enough venom to kill 1,000 adults. Twice a year, Gary dreaded getting a phone call saying it was time to surgically remove this cobra's skin because it had shedded and the skin got caught on the eye. So 3 guys plus Gary walk into a room to see the cobra, cage removed, standing on a 2-foot table staring back at them. "Let's get this over with," one guy says as he grabs the back of the head of the cobra, while another guy grabs the body and Gary and another doctor start the procedure. "Do you have any cuts and bruises?" one guy says, the head holding guy. Gary says no. "Okay, grab some paper towels and hold them in front of the cobra's mouth," the guy says. The cobra bites down as Gary's holding the paper towels, and yellow venom seeps out onto the paper. The head holding man says every year more people die from letting go of cobras than grabbing them. "I'm getting weak, my hands are getting sweaty, so I wanted to make sure that when I let go, you had no open wounds and that there wasn't enough venom to kill us. Because cobras are easy to grab and hard to let go." You see, there's things in life that are easy to grab and hard to let go. I mean, it was easy for Samson to grab onto Delilah. She was beautiful, exotic. So he curled up on her lap and told him all his secrets. And in the end, she was hard to let go. Her venomous lies had taken Samson's strength, eyesight, and freedom. He was left with nothing but regret and sadness until God heard his prayer, restored his strength one last time, only for him to die with all his enemies he had revenge on, thus freeing the people of Israel from their enemies. What are the things in your life that are easy to grab and hard to let go? For the young woman screaming in the city, Hawaii, parties, relationships were easy to grab, but the pain of doing life her way, not God's way, was hard to let go. Alcohol, drugs, and porn were so easy for me to grab before I went into high school, but by the time I was in college, their venom had infected me so horribly. Now that I'm sober and I don't watch porn and I'm free from that, their effect is hard to let go. You see, Jesus was the true Samson who did nothing wrong yet was crushed, defeating his enemies while saving the enemies he loved, you and me. He was bit and tortured by the venomous sting of death so that you and I could have the power to let go of the things that are easy to grab but hard to let go. What he did wasn't easy so that letting go wouldn't be so hard for you and me. When we look at the one who was held up on the cross, not by nails alone, but by love, humility, obedience to the will of God, we can have the power to let go. Because when we let go, we fall back into the arms of a God who says, I'm here, you're not alone, I will help you fix this and show you what you've been truly looking for. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I want to apologize to you. The video you just watched is the type of video that I'm capable of making when I'm not afraid of being vulnerable. I know God's equipped me to do what I'm doing. And because it's so near and dear to my heart, preaching, visual storytelling, it's hard for me to give my all into it because I don't know what the response is going to be, you know, and a lot of it has been negative, you know, back when I had TikTok and Instagram, just all the comments, just the way we get treated, the way I get treated now in public because of the number of subscribers or followers next to my name. I've been afraid to give my all. And God reminded me this week, a bunch of bad stuff happened. Cars broke down. Financially, we kind of been struggling. And just things have just been, we all got really sick, our whole family. And God reminded me through all that, listen, dude, like you need to refocus. You need to focus on what I've gifted you to do. You're not giving me your all. And so I repented, and now I'm apologizing to you, asking that you'd forgive me and stay tuned for some really good videos every week. And I love you so much. If you'd like to support this channel, there's a merch shelf down below. You can pick up some Amen merch, or you could donate, amenpodcast.com. You can also listen to the podcast there. That's how everything that you see keeps happening. My videos, quality, all that is paid for and taken care of by those who donate and who get merch. So also, if you can't do any of those things, liking this video would help me a lot. Subscribing, that would mean a lot. I love you. See you in the next one.
Amen.